What's going on, everybody? Doc here, Average Gamer Guys, back again, MTG Arena Action, and we're going to try something a little different today. I'm going to jump into a traditional draft of Edge of Eternities. This is 3 matches, best 2 out of 3 games. Hopefully, we, of course, can try to get all 3 wins, but rewards for 2 wins aren't too bad either. There's certainly a big jump from being able to get a clean sweep here, but let's give this a go. I do think that, very akin to, pre-releases and other things, best 2 out of 3 is traditional. So we'll give it a try. We'll get this filled up and we'll see what we can draft. Okay, here we go. And we're getting started with the Pinnacle Emissary. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless drone that can't be blocked or can only block creatures with flying. This is actually quite a good card. It's a 3/3. It's a good rate. Blue-red artifacts. We got a couple others in here. We have a Thespian Stage. Not super interested in that. Seam Rip. Specimen Freighter is actually quite good. A lot of good black cards in this. Double black kill spells, probably the 2 best. And Depressurize and Grav Kill. And then Scrounge is a pretty good reanimation spell, actually. I also really like Banishing Light and the Broodguard Elite. This pack is quite good. But I'm going to take the Emissary. I guess we'll lock into blue-red artifacts here, potentially. Okay, we have a Lost in Space, and we have the Slag Drill Scrapper. It's going to be interesting. We also have a Raging Ravine. Beautiful art, by the way. I think I'm supposed to take the Scrapper here. Lost in Space is fine, but probably something that we'll see potentially could come back around. Taking this kind of also cuts off red pretty hard. What do we want here? Now, red usually also does a pretty good job of potentially having some decent spacecraft. Red-blue does. So I actually think I'll take the Drill Too Deep. Dubious Delicacy is also quite good. Actually, I'm going to take the Delicacy in case we want to splash into black. I do think that's one of the better cards in the pack. All right, now we have Mouth of the Storm, quite good. This Caesarean Dirgecraft makes you sacrifice. You have an Invasive Maneuvers as well, and a Melded Moxite. To stay in theme here, it's either Melded Moxite or Invasive Maneuvers. I have a feeling we'll see. This is really good, though, too. This is a very, very hard creature to deal with. I'm going to take the Invasive Maneuvers. We'll get some of our removal squared away here. We have a Shield Mate, Frontline War Rager. I do think, again, we want to focus in on artifacts, so Shield Mate's probably fine. War Rager's okay, too. If we are tapping things for crewing of any spacecraft, that's pretty good. Or stationing, rather. I'll take the Shield Mate, though. If we can find a good land to support. We also potentially have the option for some landers. Lander tokens are pretty consistent here for this color pairing. Maybe we could take another Invasive Maneuvers. I don't think I really want another Shield Mate. Grabblade Heavy, not really something I'm too interested in. We'll secure that. We have 3 good removal spells, that's for sure. Okay, I'm going to take the Nutrient Block here. We want artifacts. This card is great. This card lets us do a lot of things. If we see like an Embrace now, that gets a little bit better. Slag Drill Scrapper can sack this, and we can draw 2 cards off of it, so that's not terrible. We're doing okay for our theme here. Actually, a lot of artifacts. All artifacts besides our Invasive Maneuvers. All right. Moonlight Meditation. First time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. Kind of interesting. How good is this in our deck? Our other option is Unravel. I will try the Moonlight, maybe. If we find a way that makes sense for us. I'll take a Sky Warden. I think we do need some beefy bodies in the back end. There's a Lost in Space, that's totally fine. I'll take a Drilled Too Deep here. I do feel like, oh, Meldon Moxite made it back around perfect. This card is perfect for our deck. Okay, not bad. Ooh, and we get a Synthesizer Lab Ship. Oh, and there's the Memnon. There's a Turbo Drone too, which is also quite nice. I think we just have to take this. We're going to be making enough artifacts. This thing is great. Okay. See, it's like we could also look at splashing into white for this. Making a whole bunch of things. We have the Whale. We have an Operative. I actually kind of like the Operative here, or the Turbo Drone. I'm going to take the Operative. I think we're going to be able to double spell pretty consistently. Team Leader. Vault Guard Trooper. There's another Grav Kill. I'm going to take the Turbo Drone. This fuels up our artifacts as well. Give some other things haste. I mean, this is just perfect for our deck, right? Alright. This next spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. That also seems quite good. Quite good for us. We are doing some things here, ladies and gents. Okay, we have the Scrounge, we have Temporal Intervention, but I like actually just grabbing the Galvanizing Saw Ship. Stations very quickly. Double spell into that is quite good. We have another Drill Too Deep here, which is just artifacts. It is instant speed artifact removal, but I'm going to take another Turbo Drone here. We need a couple of the payoffs. Some other good payoffs. If we could see another one of these, I think would be awesome. Obviously, weapons manufacturing would be great, but we need a couple of Ore Plate Pangolins. We can get maybe 2 of those. I haven't seen a single one yet. To come around would be awesome. It's like Crow Shatter's quite good, but Self-Craft Mechan is even better, and we're gonna have things to sacrifice, so take this guy. Makes him a 4/5, and we draw a card. And again, we can sacrifice things like Dubious Delicacy, the Nutrient Block. We're not making any lander tokens. Yeah, I think we just slam this. This has the ability to get out of control pretty quickly, especially if we're able to double spell a bit. I'm going to take another Scrapper here. I don't particularly like or need any of that stuff. We might be able to avoid the Black Splash, but this card is just really good in our deck. I will take this, actually. 2/3 for 3. Non-token artifact creature deals combat damage, given some poison. Alright, we got a Famished World Sire. Unfortunately, can't play that. Two Ifrit. Pretty good. We have an Unravel. We have another Operator. There's my Ore Plate. I'm just going to take the Ore Plate here. Just so good in our deck. Okay. What do we have? Microsizer. Another Mechan. The Shield Mate. We have Grave Pact. We have a Bombard. But this, return target artifact creature graveyard to your hand. If anything was voided, we get to put a 1/1 counter. That's easy pickup. Ooh, we have the World, which we can make creatures. Also have a Fell Grab Ship. This is bringing something back. Or we have another one of these. Or we could take the sweeper. Doing pretty good on 2 drops. I actually think I take this. I think getting that and being able to sack lands is pretty good. Alright, wow, a couple of good options here too. Red Tiger or Depressurize. How are we doing on removal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna take the Depressurize here. This just kind of shores us up, but the Mechan is quite good too. Okay, now we have an interesting choice. We have the Intimidator, which can get us some landers. We have an Orbital Plunge, another Scrapper, or the Pinnacle Kill Ship. I do feel like this is a good card to get some pressure going. We'll take that. Void Forge Titan. Draw a card and lose a life. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Do we need a Bombard, though? I'm actually going to take this guy. Take another Shield Mate here. So I don't know that we play that. Enchant creature or artifact. When it enters, tap it. You control it. And permanent doesn't untap. And then there is a Cryo Shatter. I actually think I like Cryo Shatter better. There's our Mechan. Perfect. That's a great, great grab. I don't know that we play 2 of these. I guess I'll play 3 of these. There's another Mechan. And another Scrapper. Wow. Okay. How hard is the splash in black going to be? And what do we lose if we don't do that? That's really the question. Cryo Shatter here is our removal. I don't know that we play 3 of those. Elden Moxite is nice. The Delicacy. Lost in Space here. Interceptor Void. So really, that's our splash in black. Here's my concern. Is that I don't have landers. I'm not making a ton of lander tokens. Intimidator can get us there. That's about it. And I just really don't want to get into a tough spot where maybe I should have taken that Orbital Bombardment. 1 or 2 of those, or one of the 4/3 Menacers that makes a lander. Honestly, I think I skip out on that. That shores us up a bit. Could look at not a ton of additional inclusions. I don't think I want to do Moonlight, because really the only tokens we're making are Emissary. I guess we have this if we get it online. But you have the Lab Ship here. You have the Saw Ship as well. We just need to trim a few creatures. This is on target creature. I'm wondering if I just play 2 of these. Maybe a Scrapper. Maybe drop the Shield Mate here. How good is this? It is a good body. It's a good blocker. Do I dare run 16 land? Realistically, I probably could. Maybe we just leave it as is. I really don't know what to cut here. I think I'm just going to leave this as is. Got a decent top end here. We have a ton of artifact synergies. And really, it's almost like we might get an opportunity if this doesn't get touched. If we're able to make a handful, because this is whenever you cast an artifact spell, so if we get the opportunity late, this sticks, and we're able to get out a couple of artifacts, you know, turn 3 this, turn 4, you know, drop a 2-drop plus warp this in. We're making 2 1/1s. It's pretty sick. I'm thinking actually maybe the turbo drone is the right cut. What's that take us to? We have 12 artifacts. We've got a lot to queue up for this. And to be able to double spell pretty consistently. Maybe that's the cut. Okay, I think we give this a try. I will be on the play. That's a good start. Warping in punch. What else do they do here? I'm gonna shoot this now. Got land. Neckin. Crack lander. We can drop the Melded Moxite and kick the drill too deep if that's not going to be helpful for us, depending on what they do here. Get some extra card draw going. Honestly, if we draw a land, we're just probably jamming Sky Warden. Warping in a Germinating Worm. And fighting this? That makes sense. Oh, wait. Absolutely station this for 4. They are 4 colors, at least. Oh, that sucks. And we will station. Getting close. There's the worm. Let's see, 4 and 7. So we can do both of these. I think making a 4/5 makes sense. Double spell. All right, we can find a little. Oh, geez. Well, good game, because I can't beat this. Jeez, man. Uh, I mean, they get another land. They get Vigilance and Haste, and that thing has Trample. I just worm into Godmaw is probably too good. Then we're like double blocking here. Be surprised if they sack this. Wow. They must have a land. Okay, here it comes. Seems like an odd play to me. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm just dead. We block down, we make some other things. This is going to be a tough matchup because we don't have a ton of great ways to interact with stuff that is that big. Don't think we make any changes, though. I don't know. That all felt fine. I guess Crowd Shatter's pretty good. Yep. I think we're just sticking with what we got. That will be on the play. Seems like a fine start. Let's see what they do here. It means they probably have a way to get rid of it. Figures. They have had the answers in their 5-color deck, that's for sure. I need an artifact to then power up Ore Plate here. Got enough of them, so hopefully we can find one. Listen, I mean, if they're just going to have a whole bunch of removal into, and of course we find one, just hasting this in. Some poison counters, my friend. That tapped really awkwardly for me, didn't it? Start cracking lands. I mean, I have to play this, and attack. Okay. We were able to pressure. Trying to think if maybe that's our play. Like, get rid of the Skyward and put in a shield mate. And just try to push a lot of early damage. I think I do that, actually. Help up our 2-drops and our artifact synergies. I'm going to keep the ship in just because it can come in and we can crew this pretty quickly and be hitting for 6 in the air. So let's try that. I'm going to keep this, and then I think I actually keep the synthesizer lab ship till after. I'll queue up the operative. And I can, like, invasive. This thing is so good. All right, what do I want to do here? Shoot this, make it bigger. Do I want to crew this? I think I do. Man, this could be a fun... Jeez! I mean, I have 9 cards left in my deck, like... Oh, that's gross, man. Sure. Cryo Shatter? Yeah. Unbelievable, dude. I mean, I just haste this in. Keep punching. I have 8 cards. This card is so stupid. I think I just have to put the pressure here. I bet this thing has hexproof. And I'm going to be able to cryo shatter and then force the blocks. Have to block both of these. Great for me. Then I'm going to Emissary. Dude, let's go. I cannot believe I won that game. I cannot believe I won that game after getting space-time anomalied. We had 6 cards left in our deck. Oh, man. Honestly, we got milled. We had, what, 4 lands out? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We had 1 land left. Oh, the fact that I had 4 lands was super lucky. We had 1 land left in the deck, so the rest of the deck was gas. Oh, that's huge. That Cryo Shatter was big on this whale. To be able to force the blocks, and then basically they have to deal with 3 creatures at this point that are lethal. And, well, it depends what we drew, but we could have potentially, actually, no, we really couldn't have. We would have needed a target for this. We draw a land we could double spell, or lots of other things we could double spell, but then also it lets us attack with the operative. So, okay. Squeezed it out. All right, round 2. Here we go. Going to be on the draw to get started here. Okay, this is quite all right with me. We'll keep. Nice curve here. Runner Pilot, sure. Play the Ore Plate. The only unfortunate part here, well, we'll see. We'll see if we get a 2 mana. What is this? That thing is pretty good. Not gonna attack here. And I'm gonna wait on the Turbo Drone just because I'll take some damage here. It's fine. Yeah, we need to beef our guys up anyways. They just have a good curve. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Turbo Drone ends up being a decent blocker. I need a removal spell to kill the Servon Dam. Then if we can do that... I actually get to do all the things here, but I'm wondering if I just Skywarden. But there is some advantage to play, like going here, playing the Moxite, pitching the lands, making the Ore Plate a 4/4. Yeah, let's do that. Putting a counter, then we're making this bigger. Yeah, delicacy. Okay. Well, you didn't let me do that, so I'm gonna decline that. Watch this. Okay. Ooh. What do I want to get rid of here? Probably drill too deep. Not doing a whole lot with that. Or like containment. Am I just dead here? I think I have to block like this. I just didn't get enough synergy here. I'm just dead to attacks. Good game. They just came out a little bit leaner than we did. Maybe not playing the drone. I think I'm going to do what I did this last time. I'm going to go a little bit more lean. Bring in a shield mate. I think our suite of removal is good. Drill too deep has not felt great so far. So I'm actually wondering if I just double shield mate here. That can help us to trigger more of our artifact synergies. And I just haven't seen, I didn't see anything that last game that really dictates that. I think we keep this if we can find a land. We're looking great. Yeah, we just need to get up to 3 lands here. Perfect. All right. Paste this boy in. Attack for 4. We're gonna turbo drone, and then we can silencer. Ooh. It's probably Starship. We're just too far away from it. It's actually kind of interesting because if I think we're just... If I silencer and then power it up, we just do this. I think we just try to put the beats in. And we draw a land here, we can operative and silencer. That feels okay. Attack with the lightless. Need a land. Assuming Memnon doesn't die here. Okay, that's less than ideal. Don't like our position. We need to get the swarm color out of the way. Luxlight is really good too. Looks like gumming up the ground here. Take the 5, that's fine. This is telling me though that they potentially don't have a removal spell. Yeah, they're just making the big bodies. Jeez, dude, come on. I need that to be anything at this point, because if it's an artifact, we make this a 3/5, then I pump it up to be a 4/6. Attack in the air for 4. So frustrating. I just can't attack through this 2/4 Swarm Color. And now I have 2 giant... I'm going to have to double block. God, that sucks. Oh. Man. Okay, well. That's all they attacked with? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that was my path to victory. Or get your Virus Beetle back and see that I keep just drawing lands. You can just keep sacrificing this and drawing cards. It's so gross, dude. No. GG's. I can't draw that many lands in a row. And not find some kind of gas or something to do here. Yeah, like you're just... super wide here. I'll keep doing this to try to filter and find literally anything. I mean, good game. Good game. Good game. That's very frustrating. We cycle through, draw 3 additional cards, and drew all lands. Like, you know, what can I do? We had a good run. If we find an artifact spell out of all of the cards that we have in any of those to make our flyer here bigger, we're at least attacking in potentially and getting some value. They're just being very timid at this point. I would have attacked with everything. Yeah, it doesn't come back with counters. They have a great deck. I can't be mad at them for having a good deck. I just can't just constantly be drawing lands. Gotta draw spells in order to play Magic. That's really frustrating. 'Cause I feel like the deck has some legs, and we filtered. You know, I can understand we draw a few additional lands, you know, but to like crack a land, find a land, draw another land, then crack a land, find another land after drawing another land. It's just like, I don't know. What can you do? Hopefully we can at least have a good match 3 here where we get to, those games are very frustrating because it just doesn't feel like you get to play the game. And that's my biggest gripe. All right, I'm going to ore plate on 2, paste this in on 3, and hopefully get some value here. Sure. That's my goal. As long as this doesn't die. Now my plan has changed. Blue, black. All they do is sacrifice the nutrient block. Feeling okay. They kill this. Gonna be extra sad. Okay, friend. All right, this is good for me. This is gonna let me get in probably a pretty decent attack, I would think. I think what I do here, I warp this in. If I put the 1/1 counter, I'm not too concerned with that. We do pay the 1. This then lets me just attack with this. Yeah. I guess I could have put the other 1/1 counter on the ore plate, but I want to kind of spread this out a bit. And then the nice part here is I can play mountain and do the same exact thing, and then put the counter on the mech in and make it a 4/4. Then I'll have 2 4/4s attacking, which is pretty good. Sacrifice the shield, mate. That would be huge for me. Do it. Do it. They didn't do it. I'm actually wondering now if I just blow that up anyways. Well, now I think I make this bigger. I can attack here. Do I attack with everything? No. No. We need like a double artifact turn here. Or actually, I can play the mech in, keep making Memnon bigger, and actually pump up both my guys. Got some options here. And I wouldn't mind to sacrifice the red tiger for the self-craft. Sure. Combat trick you got? It's just a lot. What are we doing for 5 mana here is the question. Nothing. We did nothing for 5 mana. I'm gonna just keep making this bigger and this bigger. Make this a 4/5. Stop with the words! Oh my gosh. At this point, I don't see why I don't attack. I'm probably walking into some kind of combat trick or something, but... I don't know what that would be. Dark Endurance, okay, well. There goes my 5/5. I should have probably predicted that, since they did nothing with their mana. Here's the beautiful part. If they don't have something to take care of this Uthros... -3, -3. Yeah, pump, make it smaller. I'm taking damage here. That's fine. I'm drill too deeping this thing. Hopefully we find some gas. That'd be pretty ballsy. That's a ballsy attack. And now I have a 5/6. With reach. That was a pretty good draw. That was a pretty good draw. They do here. If they have a removal spell for my Sky Warden, I'm gonna freak out. Okay, good. This forces a block. I don't think I have anything great in here though, right? Or plate. Red Tiger. I mean, you can do this and draw a bunch of cards. I take 6 damage. Why didn't you activate that? Oh, it's only as a sorcery. Game. Okay. Snuck one out. Snuck one out. I gotta keep in mind that little enchantment. I actually really don't mind. I don't think we're in bad shape against this deck. I'm wondering though if I get rid of Sky Warden and put in another one of these. Or maybe Galvanizing Saw Ship. And put in one of these guys. Maybe playing all 3 of those is the way. We have enough good artifact synergies that being able to make some of our flyers bigger. This hand would be fantastic with one more land. I keep this, I think. At the ore plate. They want to do here. Shield. Well done, Shield Mate. Well done. Yep. Okay. All right, a land would be great. We have the Moxite. We have Invasive Maneuvers. Turbo Drone. Honestly, it's like... I am not blocking into your Dark Endurance. Pretty confidently say they have that. Okay, land is great. Turbo Drone's gonna help me out here. Dark Endurance doesn't untap it, right? I don't think so. Got a Grav Kill or something, maybe? No? Okay. We didn't see last time any, like, direct card removal spells. So... And then getting things above 3 toughness... maybe they have the sacrifice and kill a thing. Do that on the shield mate. Vote out. Okay. Oh, maybe we did see the vote out last time. Sure. All right. I'm actually wondering... I can... Let me warp this out. Pay the 1. Plus this up. And attack with both. Good pressure here. Yeah, nice. I find a land. We can essentially do the exact same thing next turn. Ooh, this is interesting now. See if we can get them to waste their Dark Endurance here. Because we have the invasive maneuvers. I have to just assume that's what they have here. So, going off the read, see if I'm right. Played into it. Surprised they didn't block first. Boom, baby. Blowout. Let's go. And now we're just like... -1/-1 ain't gonna do it. Sorry, friend. Sure, it don't matter. Yep. Woo! Let's go. That was a good read. That was a good read. I mean, they really did show it off. Realistically, they're supposed to block with this first, and then before combat damage try to play this. They would have certainly taken potentially 4 less damage from the ore plate if they block there, you know, and then maybe throw the flyer at this or something, or just leave the flyer back. Then they're only taking 3. They would have been at what, 7 health at that point? No, they would have been much healthier. If they would have went that route. Then they also have this, which then their Moon Circuit City Feeder could have come in and killed this thing, then they have 2 blockers. Now, granted, from this point, we would have... Actually, it would have been interesting because we drew the land here. Without having the operative, I'm not sure what I would have done. Would I have still melded and then cryo shattered this? Probably. Or maybe I just... Actually, probably not. I probably play the land, play the mech in, cryo shatter this, still attack for a bunch. And I mean, we're still in pretty good shape at that point. But we're definitely in a different scenario just for the fact that, again, they didn't block with this first before the damage. All right. Well, I will take... That second matchup was a little tough for us. I will happily take a 2-1 victory. Get 1,000 Jimmy Gems, some packs back. This was fun. I don't do a ton of traditional draft, but I do think that you probably have a better chance of actually winning these matches, right? You can do a little bit of sideboarding action. I don't think the drafting philosophy is crazy different, but there are a few things to consider. Maybe picking up some other opposite side removal, like having the drill 2 deeps and a few of those things, being able to shift this. This was a pretty good deck. I think maybe in reality, if I was to permanently shift it, it's probably go and actually just play all 3 of these. These things are just so good. Granted, they're legendary, so we don't want to see a ton of them, but it is something that's going to eat removal. And we have so much artifact synergies that dropping these in makes sense. I never at any point saw the Saw Ship either, so honestly, it's like maybe even Saw Ship and either a Shield Mate or a Mechin would have been a better, like just a better curve. At that point, we're probably low enough on lands and low enough on the curve that maybe we could go like this and get away with doing that. And maybe that would have been a better build overall. I mean, you're looking at 2.5. We have an immense curve on 2. So lots to do there. When we start getting into 3, 4, 5 mana, we're very easily doing double the things. So pretty happy with that. Good build, good draft, and pretty good result as well. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I like to kind of grind the ladder a bit, but this was something a little different. And probably jump into a few more of these. Maybe try to work towards getting some play-in points as well. See what that can do. And the reward here is 1,000 extra gems, which is nothing to scoff at, actually. And 6 packs, which is pretty good. This is, you know, really like 1,000 and really like 1,120 gems. We're not at that point where the packs will matter, but eventually that will. We play enough to get enough packs where we'll get some gems out of the packs, but yeah, not bad. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to stick around. Hit that subscribe button for us. We really do appreciate that. We do a whole bunch of MTG Arena content, lots of limited. We love playing limited all the time. Sealed draft, all that good stuff. In addition, pack cracks. We crack packs every Wednesday. So be sure to stick around for that. We got playlists for both down below. If you want to check out any of our previous content, it's all there for you. If you want to go watch some of the openings we've had, we've been doing a whole bunch of Edge of Eternities. We did a whole bunch of Final Fantasy, had a really, really awesome collector box that you definitely need to see. So be sure to give that a look. If you want to come and join the Discord, we'd appreciate that. And again, help us get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, our first big channel milestone. Thanks for watching. Catch you next one. Peace.